Let me ask you something. Think about the last time you ordered a pizza online. You know that little notification that pops up on your phone saying your order is on the way? Well, that's not magic. It was probably powered by a service we're going to break down today, Amazon's Simple Notification Service, or SNS for short. I mean, have you ever really thought about that? How does your favorite app send out a million notifications all at the same time? How do they make sure you and only you get the message that your ride is here? That is the exact problem we're going to solve today, and you'll see that SNS is the key. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the notifications you already see every day, right in your pocket. Then we'll peek under the hood at the cool model that makes it all work. It's called Pub Sub. We'll see it in action, of course, and then wrap things up with a super clear recap to get you totally prepped for any exam. All right, first up, let's pull this big cloud service out of the abstract and put it right where you've been using it all along, probably without even realizing it. Yep, that's right. You're already familiar with SMS. If you've ever gotten a text message from a business, your car mechanic reminding you about an oil change, a skincare brand announcing a new product, or that sweet, sweet 25% off coffee coupon, chances are you've experienced SMS. It's the engine that lets apps send those timely messages directly to us. So how in the world does an application send a million text messages at the exact same time without crashing? It doesn't build a million little connections. Nope, it uses a really simple and, honestly, pretty genius communication pattern. It's called the publish/subscribe model, or pub sub. Just think of it like this. A publisher, say a news agency, just shouts out a headline. They don't know who's listening, and they don't care. Anyone who has subscribed to that news feed gets the message, instantly. The key thing here is that the publisher and the subscriber never, ever have to connect directly. They're totally decoupled. Okay, so in our news agency example, everyone's tuning into a specific channel, right? Well, in the world of Amazon SNS, that channel has a name, and it is the absolute heart of the whole service. It's called an SNS topic. The best way to think of it is as a central hub, or a channel. A publisher sends just one message to this single access point, this topic, and then anyone who subscribed to it gets an identical copy. That's it. It's that simple. Okay, so we've got our key players, right? We have the publisher, the subscriber, and the topic that connects them without them ever meeting. Let's see how this all comes together in a delicious real-world scenario. And here it is. This is the magic. Our World Pizza app publishes just one single message, your pizza is on the way, to an SNS topic that we've called orders. Instantly, that one message is fanned out to everyone who's subscribed. So with just one action, the customer gets an SMS on their phone and a confirmation email. Talk about efficiency. Now, this fan-out thing is incredibly powerful, and trust me, it's used for way more than just pizza updates. So let's look at another, more critical use case. So, just to lock in that customer journey one more time, the app publishes a single message to the orders topic, and bam, the customer instantly gets notifications on all the devices they've subscribed with. Super simple, super effective. But what if something goes wrong behind the scenes? This is where SNS becomes absolutely mission critical. Imagine one of the servers for the World Pizza app crashes. Okay, another AWS service called CloudWatch, which is kind of like a digital watchdog for your system, immediately sees this. It instantly publishes an alert to a different SNS topic. Let's call this one the alarms topic. And just like that, the entire application support team gets an email, so they can jump on the problem maybe before customers even notice anything is wrong. Wow, okay, we've covered a lot, from tasty pizzas to system failures. Now let's boil it all down into the key facts you absolutely want to remember, especially if you're studying for a certification. All right, let's run through the essentials. First, SNS is all about push notifications, like SMS and email. Second, it's built on that pub-sub model. Third, publishers send their messages to a topic. And of course, subscribers have to subscribe to that topic to get anything. And finally, remember that the topic is just that central access point. Got it? Good. Okay, one last thing, and this is super important. Please do not confuse SNS with another AWS service, SQS. They sound similar, but they're totally different. Remember, SNS pushes messages out to many subscribers at once. It's like a broadcast. SQS, on the other hand, is a queue where another system has to actively pull messages from it. So think of SNS as a megaphone and SQS as a to-do list. So there you have it. We've seen how one single message can update a customer or alert an entire IT department.
That really just leaves us with one final thought. Now that you know how this instant one-to-many communication works, what real-world problem could you go out there and solve with it?